I couldn't resist. I had to give it a try. I pull over into Popeyes the whole time, feeling guilty like maybe I'm cheating on Chick-fil-A in some way. Hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification to become part of the Transplant Helper community. Hey folks, welcome to Transplant Helper again today. My name is Jim Merle, and I don't know if you've even seen the controversy. If you haven't, it's probably because you're not on social media, but if you are, you've seen the controversy going on right now between Chick-fil-A and Popeyes and the fact that Popeyes has recently released its supposed greatest Chick-fil-A sandwich ever. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of memes out there, a lot of jokes being cut, a lot of people telling us on social media what they thought about the sandwich. In essence, there's a lot of loyalty on both sides, particularly those who are loyal to Chick-fil-A. So because of that, when I saw all this coming up over on the internet, I basically ignored it. I thought to myself, no way, no how am I going to Popeyes? I'm just not going to get in this. I'm a Chick-fil-A kind of guy. As a matter of fact, we sing around my house all the time the old song that was out, Chick-fil-A, I could eat you 7 times a day, that sort of thing. Well, anyway, I didn't want to get in it. But nonetheless, on yesterday, I was driving down the road looking desperately for something to eat, and it caught my eye. It was in my mind anyway. I look over there. There happens to be a Popeye's chicken sitting there on the right. And right there, plastered all over the building in its signage, is the advertisements for the chicken sandwich they're now offering for $3.99. And you know, I couldn't resist. I had to give it a try. I pull over into Popeyes the whole time, feeling guilty like maybe I'm cheating on Chick-fil-A in some way. But I pull over to Popeyes and I decided to order the sandwich. Now, as far as what I think about Chick-fil-A, I'll say this up front. I am a Chick-fil-A fan. However, let me admit, I'm not always a fan of all their food, okay? It's not that I think Chick-fil-A makes the best chicken in the entire world. My mama does that. It's not that I think they have the greatest of everything, but I do know consistency is important at Chick-fil-A. Also being polite, being a family environment. That's what Chick-fil-A is all about, and that's what my family and I love. Now, Popeyes, on the other hand, they're kind of hit and miss. We've got several in our area, one of which is pretty good, two of which are pretty much awful, one of which was actually not too many months back actually shut down by the health department temporarily, and now they're reopened. So that within itself is scary. But anyway, I pull into the Popeyes drive-through. I pull around there, expect, because of all I've seen on social media, they're not even going to have the sandwich anyway. I'm going to pull off and go on about my day. However, when I ordered the spicy chicken version of this new sandwich, they said they had it. They took my order, upgraded me to a combo because that's what they do is upsell, and I proceed to pull on around the building there, headed toward the drive-thru. Now, it's at this point where I begin to review the whole process, okay? The service, the quality of the food, the price, all of that. I'm reviewing that in my mind as I sit there, and I had plenty of time to do that because I sat in the drive-thru of Popeye's famous chicken, whatever it is. I sat there for 21 minutes. Mark it, 21 minutes waiting on this new chicken sandwich combo. Now, with that being said, let me clarify, this place was not wrapped up, tied up, and backed up. If you go by Chick-fil-A pretty much any day, anytime, especially around breakfast, lunch, or supper time, you're probably going to find Chick-fil-A being packed out. The inside is full. The drive-thru wraps around the building a few times. They've got young ladies and men running up and down the sidewalks taking your order. It's just a great, great situation. Now, crowded, yeah, but I never wait for anything. But 21 minutes, I sat in the Popeyes chicken line, waiting on this one sandwich and an order of fries and a tea. As I sat there, I'm pretty much beginning to compare already, and I'm pretty much, to be honest with you, getting pretty aggravated. I sit and sit and sit again, but they're not crowded. They were only a total of 4 cars in the parking lot, mine being one, 2 others in the drive-thru, and 1 parked over to my right. So it's not a fact that they're so wrapped up, tied up, and busy that they can't handle the orders. It's not a fact that they've run out of chicken sandwiches. At least if they did, they didn't admit it to me. But still, I sat there for 21 minutes. And I'm reviewing in my mind again what's going on. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? This could actually be a great sandwich. This could be something that blows my mind, like some have described it, and maybe I'm going to like it. So I finally pull up to the window. The people there, the whole time I'm sitting at the window, are pretty much ignoring me. I can see 2 or 3 people in the lobby cutting up, having a good time. Nobody seems to be doing much of anything. Eventually, the lady comes to the window, slides it open, hands me my tea, Doesn't say a word, turns around and goes back, window closes. Okay, so I sat there and sat there again. Remind you, 4 cars total in the parking lot, nothing going on. Finally, she comes back to the window after several more minutes inside of this 21. She hands me the bag out. The bag, I suppose it has in it my fries, my chicken sandwich, and she says, sorry for the wait, and turns around and walks off. No real sincere sounding apology, but she said it. I said no problem. I go to pull off. I get to the edge of the parking lot, just about to pull out on the street, like any guy would do who's hungry by now. I reach in the bag to pull out a fry, and I think to myself as I'm doing such, you know what, this is going to be nuclear hot. I'm not going to be able to eat it because of, 21-minute wait. It's got to all be fresh, right? I'm the first guy in line. 21 minutes later, reach in the bag, the fry's cold, okay? Now, granted, Popeyes fries, like Arby's fries and like Checkers fries and Rally's fries, kind of all similar, those spicy kind of coated fries, those things are great. I don't care if they're 6 months old, okay? They're still good. So I eat the fries as I'm beginning to move out on the road. When I get out on the road, get a little bit farther out on the highway, maybe 2 or 3 minutes has passed, I decide it's time to give the sandwich a try. Reach down in the bag, pull the sandwich out. It's not wrapped in any kind of a paper as far as a Popeyes branding. It's wrapped in white paper. I don't know why that is. It's got written on the outside of it, spicy. That's it. Plain white paper, spicy on the outside. I don't care about that. Pull it open and I look at it and it looks great. I mean, it looks just like any Popeyes chicken would, which normally is, crispy and tender and juicy, got a little bit of spice to it, a little bit of kick, and I'm excited about it. I go to bite into it, and as soon as I bite into it, I realize something very important. Mainly, it's cold, okay? Now, remember, I waited 21 minutes in the drive-thru for what is now a cold sandwich. I had assumed it would be so hot I couldn't even eat it, and I had assumed that, because I got seemingly the first sandwich in their new run of sandwiches, that this thing would just, it would just be hot. It wasn't hot. It was cold. Not as cold as the fries, mind you, but still cold, okay? But, it has a good flavor, so I go ahead and eat it. But as I begin to reel through it, and again, I'm in my mind and prepared to do so, I'm thinking Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, back and forth, and I think to myself, this sandwich is not as good as I hoped, okay? Not for 21 minutes wait, not for the aggravation, not as good as I hoped. And the reason being is the very first thing I tasted past the cold was I tasted salt, okay? And I get it. There's salt in everything. I'm trying to avoid salt, but there was a lot of salt in this. Matter of fact, I think if they were to be honest and list their ingredients of this sandwich, it would be salt, then chicken, okay? Salt above the chicken. It was an extremely salty sandwich. Gave it flavor, gave it pop, but extremely salty. The next thing I noticed is not only was it a little cool and salty, it wasn't spicy, and I had ordered a spicy sandwich. So, I'm kind of let down already. I'm thinking back about I'm sorry, Chick-fil-A. I cheated on you. I'm getting what I deserved here. I should have been in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru getting my regular spicy chicken sandwich, which is always good. The people are always friendly, consistent everywhere you go. Instead, I'm eating this cooler Popeye salty sandwich that's not spicy. And then I took the next bite. Now, the next bite was altogether different. The next bite, it was extremely spicy. It was hot. I got into some kind of a sauce that was on it, kind of an orangey looking, buffalo-y looking sauce. When I bit in the sauce, that was hot, folks. Not the hottest I've ever had, but plenty hot enough that I'm glad I got the sweet tea beside that instead of the water I normally get, because I needed to kill the heat, okay? So I take a bite of it, extremely spicy, and that's when I realized that the spiciness to this sandwich is not in the breading like it is over at Chick-fil-A, it's in the sauce. Brings up a variable which is important, and that is there's no way to maintain consistency on a sandwich if the only thing that makes it hot is sauce that's smeared on the bun. Now, this is not in the breading like over Chick-fil-A. It's not that this has been dipped in a particular buffalo sauce like many other restaurants. This is just whatever's on the bun. So if a person puts a lot on the bun, it's a hot sandwich. A little on the bun, it's a mild sandwich. None on the bun, it's a regular sandwich. No consistency, folks. And so what is my overall review of this? If I had my rathers and my choice, and I had Chick-fil-A on the left-hand side of the road and Popeyes on the right, I'm going to take that left-hand turning lane and go to Chick-fil-A. every time. Is their food perfect? No. But is their food consistent? Is their service great? And do I always get what I'm asking for? Yes, I do. And I don't wait 21 minutes for it, folks. I go to Popeyes, 21-minute wait, cold food, spicy on the one side, not on the other, salt everywhere. Just not a good experience. And so I know there are a lot of people that are going to be posting about this, a lot of different opinions, but my opinion overall is Chick-fil-A, you went out every day. My apologies to you. I beg your forgiveness. I won't do it again. I'm coming back, and I'm coming back with the entire family. So I know this wasn't transplant related, but I just wanted to weigh in. I thought it was kind of almost funny that I dealt with this, but then at the same time, I think I needed to go there. I think I needed to know for myself what's out there, and I needed to know how great you are, Chick-fil-A. We love you, Chick-fil-A. Stay stronger.